At the end of the day, you're going to be able to do this.
And so with only basic tools, Jens Rasmussen, an experienced survivalist, teaches some of the skills that can mean the difference between life and death.
There's a really deep sense of satisfaction that I see people get from connecting with these, what you might call primitive skills.
No matter what you call them, they're the same skills you need to survive in natural or man-made disasters. The focus is also on what Rasmussen calls the most basic skill of all, making a fire without matches.
The words fire-making class kind of sparked the imagination.
It's hard to believe that in New York City, people would ever need to know fire-making skills. But here, Rasmussen takes his students through the step-by-step process.
There you go.
You never forget your first.
Here we have Jens herb jacking the sumac.
Let's roll. Come on.
I'm going to show you what I can do with just a pocket knife. Okay, so this plant here is going to help us with one of the first things we need, cordage. This is going to be very useful along the way since I don't have any supplies with me really, and I don't want to tear apart my clothes as much as possible. I can make fishing line with that, put fletchings on an arrow, just tie things together, make rope. I need to find my fire making materials, so here's a rock down here we're going to pull out and see if it can help me. We'll come in close and see if we can strike a spark off this. Did you see that? We can maybe actually break it open, get some sharper edges, and that will be what we're going to use to start our fire.
Got a moose hide, so this is a extra special treat because it's such strong leather. Just going once over one more time. I got all the big pieces. Just want to make sure I got all the fat off the inside before I flip it over and start taking off the hair.
Sitting down, I want your elbows on your knees so that your work is out here in front of you, okay? This is called a chest lever. And this is really good, especially when you're first starting out because it's very powerful and very safe. I am proud. Chest lever's not easy. Chest lever's not easy. Careful about starting to cut too far back. Metal must not touch flesh. And I find this technique where you're technically cutting towards yourself, but your elbow's tucked, and you're just using. So that is absolutely a common theme in teaching fire and leading trips on the East River. They're both things that are absolutely right there and that you can discover on your own. But sometimes it's helpful to have a guide, and it's really, really satisfying to be that guide and to facilitate that discovery in someone. It's beautiful to be able to be there and watch that moment when someone has that transformation.